Good afternoon. This is Cause L'école. Today is July 17th. And what we have to do with you for you today is the high cost of calm. Why relaxing is so much work. People find it very difficult to relax. Why is that? Why relaxing is so much work? So today we're going to discuss the high cost of calm, how to become calm. And you may say, why is that important with school? Remember, our students take a lot of tests, and there's a lot of anxiety when they getting ready to take either the SAT, the PSAT, the ACT, and all of these other tests. So therefore, it's important for us to discuss how to remain calm. So how do we remain calm? Why relaxing is so much work? As always, Cause L'école is for you to be informed, and we believe that with information, with knowledge, you become a much more powerful person. Last week, we discussed 25 character traits that will help you become a much happier person. 25 character traits. I'm going to quickly go over them, and then we'll go over the high cost of calm for today. So last week, we discussed integrity, honesty, loyalty, respectfulness, responsibility, humility, compassion, fairness, forgiveness, authenticity, thoroughness, courageousness, generosity, perseverance, politeness, kindness, lovingness, optimism, reliability, conscientiousness, self-discipline, and ambitiousness. So these are the 25 different character traits. So today, what about calm? So calm is both a psychological state and a physiological state. So it can be found by resetting the collaboration between body and mind. So in order for you to be calm, your body and your mind have to work in cohesion in order to be calm. The simple ingredient for calm is a sense of safety. When you feel safe, you become calm. And this sense of safety, you realize it as you grow. It's part of growing. As you grow, you are dependent on people. As you're growing, you are depending on people, maybe your parents, family members. That's not a sense of safety. As you're growing, you want to have that sense of safety. And when you have that safety net, then you also achieve calm. So you become calm. That's part of growing. Now, sometimes people, while they're trying to be calm, they stress themselves. So the relief of stress now constitutes the stressor itself. So you're trying to become calm, but by doing that, you end up stressing yourself. So you end up adding more to the anxiety than finding the calm that you're looking for. So you need to be mindful of that. Calm remains necessary for your well-being. In order for you for your well-being, to have well-being, you need to be calm. So devoting energy to calming practices is not aspirational, it's essential. it's essential, it's necessary for you to find calming practices for your well-being. So when the nervous system releases the defensive mode, that could be from your inner resources, that could be redeployed to engage in recovery, in repair, in imagination and exploration. So as you're trying to become calm, your body releases those inner resources to help you to become calm. All right? So we're going to go over some effective techniques. What are some effective techniques for you to, in order for you to follow to help you to become calm? Whether it's at the job site, whether you have a project you're working on, whether it's an exam you're about to take, it could be a speech you're about to make at an event. You need to remain calm. So what are some effective techniques that you can use in order to do that? So some of the most effective techniques, including deep breathing. You have to work with your breathing. You have to breathe. All right? So let's go over these effective techniques. So the first one is don't jump to conclusions before you have full information. Don't jump to conclusion before you have full information. So that's to help you remain calm when everything else goes wrong. So everything goes wrong, you still need to remain calm. So how do you do that? So don't jump to conclusion before you have full information. That means don't panic prematurely. Don't panic prematurely. So make sure you have all the information first before you draw conclusions. Number 2, distinguish between a bump in the road and the end of the road. Distinguish between a bump in the road and the end of the road. So what does that mean? So that means it's normal when you have long-term goals for you to encounter bumps on the road. It's normal. So when you encounter these bumps, don't think that's the end of that road. You have to keep going. You have to remain calm and keep going, right? So you might experience detours. Those detours that you experience, they could be stressful, but don't let them prevent you from reaching your success. Don't let them prevent you from reaching your success. You will encounter bumps on the road, and that doesn't mean it's the end of the road. So you still need to remain calm. Ask yourself what you need to learn, if there's anything that for you to learn from the experience. Do I need to learn something from that experience? So extreme vigilance, some of you may be so vigilant that it causes you to add more stress, right? So you're trying to be so vigilant that any little thing bothers you. So by being so vigilant, that adds more stress, that causes you to become more stressed. And of course, you can't remain calm. So you need to prevent that. Number 4, consider a debrief. What does that mean, consider a debrief? After a stressful incident, it can be helpful to share it with people you trust that will support you. That will support you regarding that event. Debrief, talk to somebody about it. And when you do that, that will cause you to release those inner resources that will help you to become calm. So something happens, find someone you trust that you believe will support you regarding that event, regarding what happened to you. Talk to someone. And when you do that, then those inner resources will be released. So that's very important. Next, talking about calm. What are some other ways for you to curb that anxiety? especially right now that we all anxious. We have COVID out there. We keep washing our hands. We keep wearing a mask. We're trying to stay away from people, keeping our social distance. It's a lot of anxiety out there. We're not sure what's going on. We're not sure if the person next to us, we don't know, are they COVID positive? Did they already have COVID? Am I gonna catch it from them? Did somebody cough next to you? Does that mean I'm catching COVID from that person because they just cough? And especially somebody you don't know, you go to the store and you stand in the line and somebody's coughing behind you, and you're wondering, is the mask that you're wearing is going to be sufficient to protect you? So it's a lot of anxiety out there, and I'm going to go over some ways for you to curb that anxiety, for you to handle, to deal with that anxiety. I would like you to memorize the following sentence. Okay? What is a different way of looking at a situation? There are always different ways to look at a situation. There's no one way. There are different ways. So you need to ask yourself that question when you face a situation. Are there any different way that I could handle that situation? Ask yourself that question. Memorize that. Number 2, take a walk. Take a walk for 30 minutes. If you have a dog at your house, take the dog out for a walk. Get out of the house. Get out of your home. And when you do that, whatever is going on in your mind, you will also get it out of your head. Just by taking that walk. It doesn't have to be every day. We have 7 days in the week. Have you asked yourself how many times during those 7 days did I take a walk? How many times? Not because you're walking at work. We're not talking about walking at work. We're talking about walking for leisure, for you to release that anxiety, for you to release whatever is going on in your head. That's the walking we're talking about. Drink a lot of water. As you drink water, water facilitates delivery of nutrients to your brain. So you need to drink more water, right? So exercise. Something is going on, it's bothering you. Do some push-ups. Exercise. Do some exercise do some type of physical activity to release that anxiety. Think of a person you admire, right? Practice the Pomodoro technique. What is the Pomodoro technique? That's when you're stressed and demotivated about deadlines or responsibilities, you're working them in small batches, right? The Pomodoro technique is when you have so much to do, you want to do all of them at once, but no, you need to work on them in small batches. And when you do that, then you will achieve it to the end, and that will make you become less anxious, and of course, you become more calm to do that. Find a mindful activity to erase yourself to transitioning. Find a mindful activity. Clear your clutter. Right? In the morning, you might be looking for stuff because you're on your way out. You don't even know where things are. Clean your clutter. If you do that, then you know where everything is. Then that'll give you less, you become less anxious when you do that. Read a newspaper. Instead of watching TV all the time, read a newspaper. Right? Focus on the reality. Focus on what's real, not what you think, how you think things should be and how they ought to be. Focus on the reality. When you focus on the reality, don't pretend that something is okay when it's not. Don't pretend to be happy when you're not happy. Right? So you that way you are in denial. Focus on the reality. Be real. Okay? Accept your anxiety. Accept that you are dealing with your anxiety. When you accept it, then you can deal with it. And of course, when you deal with it, then you can work on those techniques so that way you can become more calm. So becoming calm, it's you can't just stay like that and be a calm person. Or why is it so calm? No, you have to work. There's a high cost to it. That means you have to, it takes a lot of work in order to relax. Relaxing is not just that simple. It takes a lot of work. So there are many different techniques. You can breathe, those breathing techniques. Breathe in and out. And when you're breathing, you can say words to help you. You can count. You can say in, out. Those deep breathing techniques. So that way when you inhale and you exhale, that helps you become calm. Okay? So again, this is Kozelekol trying to share information with you. And we hope that you will listen to this video and follow some of the advice that we gave you. And we hope if you do that, that you will become a much more calmer person. And that will help you in dealing with everything that you do in your daily lives. Again, thanks for watching. As always, we always leave you with a thought for the week. And the thought that we are leaving you this week is, don't give up because you are not where you think you should be. Don't give up because you are not where you think you should be. So reflect on that for the rest of the week. I will see you next Saturday for another edition of Kozelekol. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Be blessed. See you next Saturday. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.